And Adelaide Comets welcome you to LJ Hooker Myland Sports Park as we kick off the very first round of 2026 for the RAA Men's National Premier League of South Australia. Today's match between the Adelaide Comets and West Torrens Birkalla is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. The lineups for today's match, starting with the visiting team. For West Torrens Birkalla, number 4, Ain Vigmar. Number 5, Jared Clark. Number 6, Ryan Yates. Number 8, George Blackwood. Number 10, Dylan Russell Thomas. Number 13, Toy Takani. Number 14, Nathan Andijanto. Number 18, Yohei Mutsumoto. Number 20, Nicholas Harpus. Number 22, Alan Welsh. Number 26, Amir Ibrahim. And on the bench, number 1, Jimmy Torreson. Number 7, Tyrese Conway. Number 16, Alex Taconis. Number 19, Brody Everett. Number 23, Chris Christofilos. Number 27, Sebastian Smith. And for the home team, ladies and gentlemen, number 5, Matthew Chandler. Number 6, Nicholas Vazenos. Number 10, Anthony Warulambagos. Number 11, Gildas Gomuwikezwa. Number 12, Jake Porter. Number 14, Aladdin Irabona. Number 21, Nicholas Ikonomopoulos. Number 22, Yusung Park. Number 23, Cameron Carlton. Number 27, Harry Thomas. Number 99, Yanni Delenga. And on the bench, number 1, Yanni Tremont.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved, so fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you'll surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Round 1, Game 4 of your 2026 RAA NPLSA competition here in Adelaide. 3 games already done. We're here at LJ Hooker Myland Sports Park for this one, as the Adelaide Comets take on West Torrens Birkalla. Both sides out on the pitch. Last introductions. Your officials tonight: referee Dennis Pillage, first assistant Marcos Padros, and alongside him Judah Tan. I'm Adrian Pickles, and with me is Simon Jimenez, doing his second game for the weekend. As I said, 3 games already gone, and you were there last night, Simon, as Croydon took on Para Hills.
I was fortunate enough to be on the big season opener, which was fantastic. It all got underway with last year's champions hosting, I guess, a team that probably aren't hugely favoured this year in Para Hills, but it was great to see the underdogs get away with a good start. They actually got the first 2 goals in that one last night, so Croydon had some catching up to do, but made for some exciting viewing, which was great. Good way to start the RAA NPLSA season.
Yeah, and speaking of goals, as I said, this is Game 4, 3 games already completed, and loads of goals already scored. Hopefully more of that for you tonight. We possibly so far have got the worst of conditions for the weekend. There was talks of floods at the start of the on Friday night. We wouldn't get 1 game away. 3 have already been completed. We probably should get through this one. And Simon, there's 2 other games to go after hours. One of them kicks off at 7, the other at 7:30, and a real big one at 7.
Yeah, so maybe I'll talk about the 7:30 one first. FK Beergrade against Sturt Lions. FK Beergrade had a pretty good year last year. They didn't manage to make a huge splash in finals in the end, but I guess it's going to be a big test for Sturt Lions, who have come up from State League 1 with their runaway victory in the league last year. But I think a lot of eyes are going to be on Adelaide City against West Adelaide, because it's the return of the Adelaide Derby. Bit of NSL nostalgia maybe, and it's really exciting to have that fixture back on the calendar.
Yeah, West Adelaide, the other promoted side, into the league this year. It's going to be the Adelaide Comets in their black and blue strip, Birkalla in the away white. The Adelaide Comets kicking to the right of your screen. We're underway here at Ellis Park.
It's going to be really interesting to see what happens.
Nervous little touch to get started from Delengas. Now the long ball. It's cleaned up tidily by Torrance, and there might be Harpus, it is.
Yep, Harpus the captain. I didn't expect that little bit of a scare there early for Comets, but I was going to say it's going to be an interesting test this, because Comets are a very young side and a lot of experience for West Torrens Birkalla.
Ibrahim slides one into the box. And the Comets will clear. Lombardos in the middle of the park. It's a better clearance. They're a bone out here right underneath us.
He's always one to watch, Aladdin Irabona, and I think especially with Comets letting go in the off-season of their big scorer, Jadon Labusso, I think he's one of the senior players that's really going to have to take a lot of goal-scoring duties on his own back as he comes to this one with pace.
There's going to be a way here. He's got some space, can work one into the box or dribble in there himself, goes long to the back post. Diving header just wide. Kamuzeka at full stretch. He said he was going to have an impact, Irabona. Well, he did certainly there straight away.
Yeah, and it was good to see Gonwick Heswa having a bit of an involvement early there as well. He's one of the new pickups for Adelaide Comets, and he's spent some time with Adelaide Croatia Raiders locally before spending some time with the MacArthur Bulls NPL side. Trying to keep the pressure on there, and just to round out that thought, most recently came from Altona Magic, Gildas Wakeswa. So, and again, talking about those goal-scoring duties with Jadon Labusso now going across to crosstown rivals in Campbelltown, Comets sort of have to find a new way to find the back of the net.
He did the bulk of their scoring for them last year. This game has opened up at a rapid pace. Blackwood. Had to get out the way there, the ref at the last minute. Park was pushed, he went down, but everyone was happy with the decision. A pretty clear one.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that this game started a little bit of pace. There's a lot of links between these two sides. I guess one of the big ones is the fact that the 2025 season where West Torrens Birkalla went up, they managed to pick up a lot of Adelaide Comets talent. In fact, 5 different players made the trip down to Jack Smith Park to join Birkalla, so there's a lot of experience that they benefited from Comets. But then the other way around in the off-season, Adelaide Comets picked up Thomas Overall as their new coach, who was the reserves coach at Birkalla, and managed to lead them to a second spot in the reserves table in the last year. So player movements back and forth, and I guess it makes them exciting for an exciting matchup when players that are very familiar, players and coaches that are familiar with each other, get to face off.
I think this early pace has caught a few out. There's been a few nervous touches early. Both keepers have had a scare. And Chinato, his throw-in was picked off. Economopoulos couldn't get past.
Harper's shown all of the experience there coming out to get in front of that one.
Got going early, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He's just got so much experience, Harper's. He's got NPL titles under his belt, and of course captain of the side too. 4-time NPL champion, by the way, for Campbelltown.
That's why you're the man in the specials chair, Simon. Not too much you don't know. Park uses some skills to clear some space for himself and tried to thread one down the line. As this weather starts to take effect on the deck, this ball is going to slow up a fair bit. But the game pace isn't. Ibrahim slides one. Zakani. Again, they get into the box. The Comets, well, they may have just settled slightly down back. Conor Mapoulis. Gitano squares one to Yates.
Yes, Nathan.
Up again, Agitano.
I think Comets will be really pleased with the pace that they've started with. I wonder if that's what they were going out to do. Just the young players, maybe a little bit unpredictable for their opponent. Looking to just put some pressure on Birkalla early on.
I saw a fair bit of the reserves games, and they've got some good players coming and waiting.
It's a bit of an interesting one so the Comets are in a bit of a rebuild phase, and a lot of that's because of all the players that went over to Birkalla. So they've brought up a lot of reserves. That's who makes up a lot of their team at the moment. And Birkalla, they've actually got a mixture of some much older players and some much younger players as well. So, you know, a lot of players in their early 30s, you know, in particular those guys that came over from Comets a couple of years ago, that are able to take these younger players under their wing.
Matsumoto slide past one. Got it to the top of the box, may have taken a deflection. Wasn't intending where it was going to go. Carney squares one back in there. First time, crack is in the back of the net. Smashed home by Klassen Thomas.
Well, we were talking about the older players, but it's the youngster, Dylan Klassen Thomas, the 2025 Rising Star, that opens the scoring here. And we're underway in true fashion that we've had for round one so far. Everyone getting onto the scoreboard early.
Well, it went over the back, controlled it perfectly, sat up, swung onto it on the half volley, and there was no chance that anyone was going to stop that.
Dylan Klassen Thomas was one of the players named as one to watch in the list that the Advertiser put out during the week. These young NPL stars, there's so many to watch though. It's by no means an exhaustive list. There's so much talent. Like you said, even in the reserves as well. You know, even though it's a reserves competition, there still is the best of the best within the state playing in that system, just waiting for their opportunity.
When your One World LED Sports Systems scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor digital sports solutions. It's Birkalla, the early leaders, 1-0 away from home. As you said, Simon, early goals in all the matches so far, and the tradition continues. And may long it continue.
There's just so much pace in this early. At some stage, I will give you the wrap-up of the other games, but I don't want to pause at the moment because something might happen here. Yeah, it's given Chimwaneza a bit of a treatment there.
Just check.
Well, after the goal, it seems to have slowed down momentarily. Everyone taking a breather. Simon included, who's taking a chair.
It's a long game, you've got to pace yourself sometimes. I think as far as commentary and broadcast positions, you can't complain at all about Ellis Park, even when there is a bit of a rain threat, because you're right on top of the action here between the benches.
Irabona and Park combining down this left-hand side. Chandler as well. Finds Irabona one touch. They spread it wide. Now they're away. Well, Keza has already had one attempt on goal, the diving header that just missed. Looms large out there on the left. So does this man on the right. Irabona gets his way into the box. Flags up
Nathan Antijanto didn't seem too fazed by it. Hirabona there, of course. Former teammates, 34 years of age, and a cup winner himself with Comets, Antijanto, and he's a two-time NPL Premier as well, so lots of experience for him. And he's rocking the man bun today.
And the headband. Chandler knew exactly where that was going. With experience, let it go over the back. No one in the middle of the park. First one to get there is going to be Welsh. Flips on over the top. Delengus has got that comfortably.
Delengus, one of the pickups for Adelaide Comets in the off-season. He left Parrot Hills Knights, as they had quite a few leave Parrot Hills actually, but with Comets having Daniel Vaughan going across town, we'll revisit that. No, we're good, we can keep talking.
Yes.
Daniel Vaughan, who was I think one of the standout keepers last year in this competition, going across to Campbelltown along with Jaden Labasso, left a void.
Lots of movement in your in the NPL League. Chat to a local, your backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with the RAA. RAA, major sponsor, naming rights of the league. Twisting in the middle of the park now, Clayton Thomas, the goal scorer.
I'm just thinking on the topic of RAA, the branding's all over the place. Birkalla have the RAA colours, and we've got the RAA building in the background here at Ellis Park as well. So, I mean, there's not too many grounds like this in the RAA NPLSA that have this sort of city view, is there?
No, it's scenic. At the moment, the scoreboard makes nice viewing if you're a Birkalla fan. Vidmar, call under pressure. That wasn't so, though. Well, he butted up his bad work, Harpers. The clearance was no good, the save was better.
A rare slip from Harpers there to find to the feet of Gomwakezwa.
Saw Delengus do that early in the game with an early clearance. Miscued it. Working into the box, Carlton.
Safe hands that time, Nick Harpers. Yeah, to that point, I think sometimes it may take, the keepers a little bit, even though they have got the trial games under their belt, it takes perhaps a little bit of time to get up to that proper game pace.
Clayton Thomas wanted it back. I think that was the idea. It broke down. Chandler's a big boy.
I can tell you exactly how big he is.
That's why I queued you up for it, because I could see your team sheet has got a lot more details on it than mine.
197 centimetres, the big Canadian, and one of the pickups last year. And he loomed large at the back there for Adelaide Comets.
Sakani laid it back for Matsumoto. Got one wide. Again, it's gone. Kasewa, who's been dangerous. His through ball was almost perfect. Harpers again, fast off his line, got there just in time.
Yeah, he's probably been forced into action a little bit more than he would have liked at this particular stage of the game. Harpers, these opportunities for Comets sort of mounting up. I don't think there's been anything that's been really threatening, but just the fact that they're breaking at pace and going forward, I think that is a positive sign for Comets. And we spoke about the height of Matt Chandler. He's put himself right into the action to receive this corner.
Towering over everybody, right in the pivot. Moves himself to the back post. The ball goes to the front post. Now Chandler's going to get involved. Off the left strike, just to the near post. Harry Thomas try to find an angle. Got it through a slender hole, but just missed the inside of the upright.
Looks like Harper's just taking his time with this one. He's probably content to slow it down a little bit just to make sure. Yeah, Comets look very comfortable with this sort of pace, I think. So he'll happily just control the pace, try to let Birkalla gain back a little bit of control of this game too. And you can see how quickly they wanted to play on.
Well, he's having a laugh about it, his park.
That was a coy smile. He knew exactly what was going on there, I suspect.
He blatantly said, I thought I got away with that one. So, yeah. He tried the art of deception. Didn't pay off for him. Mavelon Bartos goes all the way back to Vantanos. Now through to Irabona, spreads it even wider. Too much on it.
Just a little bit too short in that instance. Harry Thomas, he wasn't far away from getting ahead to that. And just another sort of half opportunity for Adelaide Comets, and that ball still in that front third. Jake Porter cut off with that one. Jake Porter, another pickup for Adelaide Comets during the off-season. Huge amount of talent. He spent time with Adelaide United's youth system, and he was with the league premiers Metro Stars last year, although he didn't spend a huge amount of time playing in the first team. It's notoriously a difficult one to break into. Metro Stars, they don't change their starting 11 a whole lot, so probably in search of a little bit more game time here at Comets.
The corner goes deep. Harper's got that one well and truly under control. And the quick release. Birkalla happy to play at the quick pace. Carney squared it up. Now they're over the other side. Klassen Thomas juggles it to himself, then flicks it on. Blackwood. Klassen Thomas still fighting. Got to get past 2. Now 3. Whistle hasn't gone. He gets back to his feet, goes down again. Was desperately playing for the whistle. Ref was having none of it.
That's a foul, man, says the West Torrens Birkalla bench. And I was a little bit surprised as well that the whistle didn't go sooner in that instance, but we are a bit of a way away from the action. He's a class act, Dylan Klassen Thomas, isn't he? You can see why he's one of those ones to watch.
Yes. Whistle goes now.
Well, I guess it is encouraging to see that Adelaide Comets aren't letting himself get bullied by the more experienced Birkalla side.
Medic was going to come on, then waved away. Birkalla come again, long ball into the boxes, far too long. They're still 1-0 here at Ellis Park. One World LED Sportal Systems scoreboard. Simon, it could have been, feels like it could have been more.
Yeah, I think so, and I've got to say, overall, the run of play seems to be going for Comets, so probably a little bit surprising that Birkalla are that one goal up. I'm just thinking the conditions here aren't too bad today, even though we got a little bit of persistent dribble. We're wondering what the weather was going to produce for us.
Not a great endorsement for my commentary.
No, I'm just talking about the weather. But, yeah, even though we got that bit of a persistent dribble, it's I can't take that seriously now. If you've got an umbrella, it's decent watching here at Ellis Park.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be an impact of some wind flags gone up. That one's rolled out. But the wind isn't a factor. Might be able to catch the linesman's flag right in front of us. Not blowing really at all. So it is just going to be the playing surface, which looks in outstanding nick. Plenty of time taken over this throw-in. And the long one comes into the box. The Canadians there for a second time. Ginato in a fight. Did well, won that one. Sakani got it into the box. Darting onto it late. Klassen Thomas looking for his second. Was a shoelace away from getting it too.
That was a really nice ball in from Sakani. Really threaded the needle to find the space there. And we had the long throw just before that as well. I made an observation last night that it seems the long throw trend has reached the local NPL, and there we go. We've just seen it again here. Is that going to be a bit of a trend for 2026?
It's never my forte.
Look, if you've got it, why not use it? I think if it's going to be effective and put it straight into danger, you may as well give your team that opportunity.
Been a barrage of throw-in since you said that.
Matsumoto doesn't seem to put quite as much gusto behind it though.
And Janto is going to have to square that up. Klassen Thomas almost got clipped. Stood his ground.
And that might have been the first slip that we've seen so far today as well, or at least that I've noticed. So you mentioned that the deck seems in pretty good nick so far. We haven't seen a lot considering how damp it is.
Matsumoto near his own corner flag. Did well to get that out of there. Kamua Kezwa goes backwards. I thought he was going to square that into the box. Chandler.
Yeah, looks like Comets are content to just slow things down a little bit. Now, maybe I spoke at the wrong time.
Every now and then something breaks. Does again. Irabona squares one. And Clark got a touch on it. And it was a crucial one.
Yeah, Jake Porter came flying in. He was ready to karate kick it into the back of the net there. That wouldn't have been a bad way to open his ledger for Comets.
Chandler was steaming into the box. He got called back by his bench. Direct instructions on either where they wanted him to be. And I think he just told them, this is where I'm going. This time he goes front post right in the middle, goes over his head. Definitely a focal point.
I'm just thinking that battle, number 5 versus number 5, Chandler and Clark, that's going to be a persistent one off these corners. He just walked towards the back post, Chandler, and Jared just had eyes. He's like, you're not going anywhere, I've got you. He's hugely...
Clark all over him like a lampshade. It falls to him. Settles. The Canadian handball called surely. They all thought it was. The ref waved it away.
And I think it was. Clark's hand maybe ruled unintentional. Either way, they get another opportunity from the corner.
Ball seemed to take an eternity to drop to Chandler's feet. It's a long way down.
Yeah, right when we were talking about him. He almost got to head to it again. He's very much the an operative part of those corners.
Well, there was no real objection to the call being waved away.
Yeah, I do wonder if maybe the slightly different angle told a different story to where we are, but...
just a shout on impact, as you'll often get.
Yeah.
He's now blown it up, wants to go back for that the challenge on Clark. But by the time he'd blown up Clark and got back to his feet, but he was down when he looked back at him.
Jared Clark, one of those players that's probably moved from in the off-season in search of a little bit more game time. He was captain of FK Birkalla, I believe, but sort of towards the back end of the season wasn't a huge part of the starting 11 consistently. But hugely experienced is Jared Clark, part of the Vanuatu national team.
Plenty of internationals throughout the league.
Yeah, quite a few from the Pacific Islands especially as well.
Blackwood and Gennaro.
Speaking of internationals, George Blackwood, he's got under 20s and under 23 experience for Australia. Add that to 100 Adelaide United appearances as well. I think he spent a bit of time away injured at the start of the season last year, so hopefully he'll be able to take part a little bit more consistently in 2026.
And I'll roll the dice, and I believe he spent some time in England.
Yeah, I believe so as well. EFL 2. So yeah, huge amount of experience and hugely talented. But yeah, I did hear at the start of the year he was sort of in and out of the squad. I think there was some niggling sort of issues. So hopefully time sort of allowed him to get good. But the fact that he's in the starting 11 today is certainly an encouraging sign.
My knowledge of that is playing FIFA.
Is Oldham Athletic your team on FIFA, is it?
Yes. Park did well to keep himself going. Card's going to come out. Birkalla bemused. It's in a real dangerous spot, but certainly a ball that is going to end up in the 18-yard box.
Interestingly, no, they decided to pay that back because I just noticed that Chandler had
they're going to get another go at it, so they might prove us right. I did notice that also, that he wasn't going in there, so that I made the bold call that they might would dump it in there, even though there's only the two and possibly Kambukezwa at the back, who may run in as well. This time it does, floating back towards the goal mouth. Didn't get that at all, the way he would have liked it.
There's a bit of a strange loopy one there. I wonder if maybe it appears a little bit... Yeah, I'm just looking at the trees in the background. It still doesn't look like a lot of wind, so I can't put that one down to that one sort of changing trajectory late.
It's Birkalla. Oh, the flick was delightful. Laid it right into the path of Blackwood. He couldn't get past Chandler, though. Strong challenge in the middle of the park. If we had the replay facility, I know right now I'd be seeing that little touch again.
Are you for real? Oh my God, I hope the mic can hear me, because that's not a fucking fair.
We've got a strategically placed effects mic here, so you can probably hear what the crowd has to say. Again, Ellis Park, we have the privilege of being between the two benches, so
yes.
A bit of extra running commentaries, always fun. Little moments of fireworks in this game. It's pretty exciting, even though we've just seen the one award so far.
Well, we've got the fringe over the back, so we might get fireworks anyway.
We actually had fireworks after the game at Regency Park last night. I think it was due to a wedding, not far away, but there seemed to be a misfire right on the final whistle where we heard a couple of fireworks but didn't see him. But a couple of minutes later, we got a nice little display, which was nice to mark the start of the NPL season. That's what you get to see if you come down to some of your local games.
Had the calendars synced. And Ginato drops it over the top. Classon Thomas, but he proves his worth. Gonna have to back his way in here. Touch is good to Welsh. Ibrahim got some tricks. Tries one of them. Takes a deflection, goes over the back. Still 1-0. On the LED Sportal Systems scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Doing it all for the RAA. Chat to a local. Your back shoe and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Great sponsors of the RAA NPLSA. Corner, flat one. Cleared, but not for long. And back to the 8s. Flag was up, got him. Now working under a bit of duress here, Simon.
Yeah, I think it still seems very end-to-end. It hasn't been a sort of safe first.
I'm talking about we are.
Oh, we are? Oh, no, we're sweet. We're sweet. As long as we don't have to run 12Ks today like these guys, no. I'm good. Pull up a chair. It's nice. They've looked after us very well at Ellis Park. We've got our little tarp set up and prime position, as I've said. So
Ibrahim.
Speaking of under duress, he's copped a bit of a knock. It's getting a little bit more vocal as time goes on.
It is the... When to reference just how long might be to go in this first half, but is a strategically placed pole right in front of the first number on the time clock, so I can...
It's a 3.
It's a 3.
So 32 and a bit.
We're closing in on 33 minutes gone in the first half. Birkalla still lead with that early goal from Classon Thomas. No whistle. They can break now. The Comets. Wide ball. Kamal Keswa. Has to get past Clark. It's a hard job to do. So they go backwards to do it. In the long ball into the box is too long and over the back. Into the safety netting.
Yeah, it's one of those long searching chips, but no one was going to be even close, and the ball ended up being nowhere close as well in the end.
Yes. Only 2 points separated these two sides at the end of the season last year.
Yeah, I think overall West Torrens Birkalla might have been pleased to make the finals and by just sneaking into that number 6 spot last year, but it was a little bit of a slide for Comets. They've been used to a fair bit of success, especially with the back-to-back NPL League wins. So the fact that they now just are in a bit of a stage where they have to rebuild with some younger players.
And this is one of them, Classon Thomas, top of the 18-yard box. Got himself into the 18-yard box, almost queued it up for Blackwood, who was ready to launch. And Ginato spreads it wide. Sakani Ibrahim turned, took a deflection. Keeper was going the wrong way, ball the other. Hearts in mouth stuff for a second.
That would have been huge for West Torrens Birkalla to get another one before half time, because I think most of the opportunities have still come to Comets.
But they seem to be able to find a way to make an opportunity. West Torrens Birkalla.
Yeah, I think West Torrens is sort of coming from breaking fast and furious, but for West Torrens Birkalla, once they string through a few passes together, and they're pretty clinical with it, they're, as you said, able to really create something out of not a whole lot.
Chandler this time is going to have some defensive issues to do for a corner. First time ball is weighted to perfection. Can spin on it and does perfectly. Does Thomas. Spreads it open. Misses us across the face. Flashing onto it. Irabona did everything right. It was the perfect fast break. Got the ball at the feet of two of the players that you would have expected to finish that off.
Yeah, right after we said that, Adelaide Comets were doing it fast and furious, is one of their quickest, Aladdin Irabona, who found themselves on the receiving end of that. I wonder if he, maybe in hindsight, took one too many touches, could have let it go a little bit earlier. I mean, when you got Nicholas Harpers running at your full clip, it's a bit of a looming, intimidating figure, but just maybe a little bit rushed in the end for it to just go wide of the post. But he'll be kicking himself, I think. Aladdin Irabona, golden opportunity there, goes begging.
Hey, Thomas's ball to Irabona was perfection. Klassen Thomas, little touch. This is going to give West Torrens Birkalla another chance to, for the set piece. You would think from that range too far out. From what we've seen in this first round of the RAA and NPLSA, who knows, Simon?
Yeah, I'm just doing the maths in my head, just wondering if that's the second yellow card we've seen. Did we see one earlier? I'm not too sure, but that's
if
certainly
it takes
shown that time.
if you need to get your calculator out to add up to
to
two.
count to two?
Yeah. Then I won't ask you any maths stats. Your league history is second to none.
There's a reason I'm watching football on a Saturday night instead of practicing my arithmetic. Arithmetic or maths?
No, arithmetic's fine. Well, flying out to that is almost going to be a crunch at the sixes. Vantanos got his head on it, and he was not stopping.
The game certainly slowed down a little bit in terms of general play, but just like that, anything can happen still.
In the way from Welsh. That was blocked. Yates. Vidmar. Ibrahim. The no call was the right one. Ref runs back to his central position via the benches and gives them the cool down signal. I like it. Economopoulos almost threaded one through. Oh, that was a big tackle. Blackwood wasn't going to give an inch. Neither was Porter. Thumping noise that made.
What was interesting is Blackwood looked pretty composed even while sliding in for it as well. So he kept a cool head despite coming in quite aggressively.
Ibrahim. Looked like he could light this thing up every now and then. This time chooses the safe option. Irabona. Chandler have to go back and get it. That was a hot one, going to be tough to control. First time in from Sakani. The miss there was crucial from Economopoulos. And as I said, we've seen a few of them. And I'm going to put it down to the surface. Maybe the wet ball. Just slip off the boot.
Yeah, I think you can't sort of discount the pressure that West Torrens Birkalla are putting on either. Also, they seem to not be very, I guess they seem to be quite efficient when they do win possession, that they can create opportunities from it, rather than just intercepting and it sort of bobbling back and forth.
Irabona going to hopefully back his pace. Vidmar took care of it. Park. Turned himself inside out. Economopoulos. Don't go all the way back. Just wrap it around and go the other side. Stopped him in his tracks. This time Birkalla. And set something up maybe on the near side. And Janato. And Welsh. This is Blackwood. Out to Ibrahim. Patient build up here from West Torrens Birkalla. With Clark. Dumps one into the box. Oh, the bicycle was zeroing in on the top corner from Zakani.
Welsh did great to get to that touch, get that touch on it to send it inside, and Zakani was just licking his lips at the opportunity to try and make a bit of a highlight reel goal on that one. Chris, the cameraman, how's the angle on that? Little nod.
Well, it certainly would have made the reel. We were right behind it. Park couldn't get past Ibrahim. Showing his defensive wares as well.
Yeah, you do have to find the back of the net to make it onto the highlight reel, though. So
no.
It's not to be, unfortunately. But we still got a lot of game to play out, so
we have.
There's the chance.
43, 44 gone in this first half. On the One World LED portal scoreboard. Irabona, long ball searching back to the back post. Almost went back net, but that was early. Thomas was loading up for it, curling one right in the penalty spot.
Yeah, Harry Thomas looked like he was expecting that one. I didn't expect Yohab Matsumoto to just come flying back and get between him and that incoming cross.
Classon Thomas. Couldn't get past Carlton.
Carlton, one of the players that have switched between these two teams, but in that instance he went from Berks to Comets.
I've got a ton of questions for you, Simon, but this game isn't really going to allow that to occur.
Yeah, it has been really interesting. It's still just been end to end, and when things happen, they seem to manifest pretty quickly, don't they?
Park, the touch to Irabona, inside out, Gets himself into the 18-yard box, smashes one, almost burst through the hands of Harpers.
He had Andy Janto running in circles just then. Bonner going from right to left.
Get your head on it. Get your head on it, Vat.
Not so clinical on that particular instance, Bonner.
Yes. Probably still just ruining the missed opportunity. Probably either side of the keeper, that's home. Gamul Keswa worked his way into the 18-yard box. Had to do it the hard way.
He was under a fair bit of pressure. I think it was Matsumoto that was chasing him down, but somehow, despite a slip sort of halfway through that little run, he managed to keep possession. But
yes.
And they somehow managed to win a corner from all of that. Where's our resident tall man, Matt Chandler? Is Jared Clark spotted him out? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Taking his rightful spot next to the almost 2 metre tall man.
So he's gone front post, back post. This time he stays on the penalty spot. Runs to the back post. That's where the ball goes to. On Chandler's head, but
it's a little bit too tall that time, even for him.
You don't have to be a mathematician to work out what the game plan is from the corners.
Well, I think from what we've seen of this game, of course it is 1-0 to West Torrens Birkalla up, but the scoreboard couldn't really show anything at this point, just in terms of where the opportunities have been at either side. I don't think either teams have really felt in control. I think the way West Torrens Birkalla have built has been really nice, the way they especially string passes together around the midfield, but Comets been really effective breaking fast. So I think the second half's going to bring more unpredictability.
So the first half has been run and won. As Simon said, with a score of 1-0 to West Torrens Birkalla. That on the back of a thunderbolt inside the 18-yard box into the back of the net from Claston Thomas. Gave West Torrens Birkalla the lead. They still have it. But the Adelaide Comets aren't going anywhere, and on their home deck, they'll be hoping to come back out after half-time. They first of all equalise and then work their way in front. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, more live action for you from Ellis Park with the second half.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Welcome football fans, one and all, to the 2025 RAA NPLSA Grand Final, a night where history beckons. Under the lights here tonight, one team will end their years of wait and finally add another elusive star upon their crest, while the other will face heartbreak and their dreams of glory will have to wait yet another year. It's the Metro Stars Soccer Club facing up against Croydon Football Club. And we're underway here. We have a lift-off in the 2025 RAA NPLSA Grand Final. You can hear the noise already.
Success in this game. Hopefully for him that changes tonight.
First corner of the day by Michael Chidini. Near post. Walls with a header. And it's a great save from Daniel Margosh near to his post on the right there. But it's the first chance of the day, Mark, and it's a great delivery. Goes again, Chidini looking for that near post. This time it's a Croydon head. Out to Satira with the volley. Not sure if the goalkeeper had sight of that one, but it's just gone past the near post. Here's Oscar Slattery looking to deliver. It's a great ball in as well. Nobody's there for Croydon. And now John will try and clean this up at the back post. John on his left foot, strikes. And deflected out for the first corner for Croydon, Mark. A great delivery there from young Oscar Slattery. Again off the boot of Polly. Celebrated his 150th game this year. Out. Trimboli with a right-footed strike, and that's far and wide, but an early sider there for Croydon and their leading marksman this season, Luca Trimboli. Here's his delivery now, near post. Good defensive header. Still going to come to Hisamoto with a strike on the left. Didn't connect with that one as he would have liked, and goes far over the bar.
Yeah, they know that the fact is they've got the ability to get the ball into play, and this is where they can catch teams out.
That missed header has led it to Chidini on the edge of the box, has a strike deflected. Porter's there, the goalkeeper is too. I think he might have been offside there, Porter, but Daniel Margosh putting himself in the danger area.
Really does a lot of hard work and a lot of work that people don't normally see a lot of.
Passio John doing the work to find Klimek free, and now it's Trimboli with a left-footed strike. Caught neatly on the volley there, but he can't find the target, Mark.
Press a little bit higher, press a little bit harder, and it's proof in the pudding now.
Back to Klimek, first time delivery. Finds all the way out to Styles, who tries to lift it far post for Slattery, wins the header. Trimboli, does he get a second opportunity? He's going to go with his left again. And now John with Nagel. John has the strike. It's just past the far post, Mark.
Supremacy with that ball and on the park.
Here's Visser back with the ball at his feet. It's a sight for Metro fans to enjoy. Woodfin now finds the free man. Satira puts a ball in. More fantastic work there from young Chris Vivian, getting in the way once again, Mark. And
he's a zip, and we've seen that by the fact that the passing has been fantastic.
That's an excellent ball from Chidadini to his opposing winger in Visser. He's going 1v1, trying to favour onto that left foot. It is strike, but over the bar, and it's not deflected either, as Visser's trying to claim, but
him in the side.
Playing his 32nd game today. It's also in line with Jackson Walls and his goalkeeper there in Cody Ostrike. And the other three to play all games this season. Now we're in the box with Chidadini, has a strike. He's got not enough power on it as Margush can come, and he may give a word there to, looks like, here's Polly. Great deep delivery, Mapaw's there with a header. It's a great save though. Cody Ostrike down to his right, push it out for a corner, but
another 45, very similar to the first 45. Both teams willing to attack, both teams throwing themselves on the line to defend.
Now McNamara has to deal with this. Hisamoto's going to beat him to the ball. Looks to have a strike's deflected, and it's in, Mark! Into the top right corner, and it's Maya Hisamoto who opens the scoring here in the RAA NPLSA final. And what a goal it is, Mark.
We said they've started 100 mile an hour, both teams going for it. Croydon, first team to capitalise. Noah McNamara can't clear his lines. He's gone to hook it out. Trimboli read where he was going to go, managed to get the block in. It fell kindly to Hisamoto. Then Hisamoto able to get his shot on target.
Came out on the winning side of that occasion. So far in grand finals for Metro, he's not been so lucky. There's another turnover in the middle of the park. Trimboli, his touch is loose, but he beats Gow to the ball. Now he switches it. Excellent vision from Trimboli to find Passia John. He has the strike and it's deflected. And not more great defensive work from wingers. That was Chittadini all the way back. High boot there by Martinelli, but he's going to win the ball. Looks to deliver near post. No touch forthcoming for Croydon.
Up, ran obviously, then Nagamatsu moved on. Windsor's come in. So when you're playing a side like this, that just allows you the opportunities as well.
Right in the thick of things there with a great touch. Looking for the return by Visser. Shapes to shoot instead, and maybe that was the wrong option as it skies well over the bar. But a good first introduction there for Owen Windsor. Took the ball down.
Coming off, but I think they'll be on fairly soon, unlike the delay to Owen Windsor when he made his entry due to an issue with the colour of his socks.
Ball comes in and it's a big chance there. Another switcher play by Woodfin. It's excellent to Visser. He's got to look to put a ball in here. Looks for the cutback instead. It's Chittadini. It's deflected. We're going to see another chance here on the break. Greco has fed Alexander Good. But his shot is deflected out, and it was some good defending there by Metro Stars.
Exactly.
The other will take him on or look for the pass. He looks for the pass instead. And he spun well there, Windsor. And it's Chittadini with only the goalkeeper to beat. Takes it past him. And he can't find the back of the net. It's cleared off the line there by Vivian. But it's still alive here for Metro. And they'll win in the Shield final as well. So he's a man for the big occasion. And he might be the one to finish things off here tonight. But struggling to clear their lines here at Croydon. Visser trying to find the feet at Windsor. He's in behind. Takes it past another one at Windsor. Too close to the goalkeeper. And Croydon will clear mark. But they're really pushing up. Can Croydon seal things off here with a second? Delivery into the box. It's dangerous and it's just over. Additional time.
I was going to say that was just announced around the ground, the 6 minutes, and that's the boos from Croydon side of the grandstand.
D'Angelo's in the box now. Looking for a cross. And it's in! It's Woodfin, the hero! The Americans got them back in the clash, Mark. And it's at the death here. He's just nicked into the near post. We said it might have been too late, but it's never too late for the Americans.
No, we always said it might be too late, but Metro have always got the opportunity. You can never write them off. And we thought that was a little bit odd that Woodfin was getting the ball rolling quickly, but it allowed McNamara to swing that ball into the far post. D'Angelo fighting, and we're going to head to extra time by the looks of it.
What a moment for Metro Stars. They're back in this game, and we look like we're heading to extra time, but there's still 5 minutes to play here, Mark. And by all means, there could be more chances. Still in the box, and it's another goal! And it's Andre Cole, the hero for Croydon! We thought it was over, but it's not over, and Croydon look like they're going to go all the way to the win.
We can't say that now. We cannot say that now. We've just seen 2 goals in the space of a minute.
We said he was the man for the big occasions, Andre Cole, and he hasn't had too many this year, but this could be the biggest for him. Goals in grand finals. Who else do you call for but Mr. Andre Cole, Mark?
He's had a rough season. He's just come up and possibly won it for Croydon. Passia John, all the hard work he's put in this whole game, puts in an absolute delightful ball.
McNamara can clear. Only to Martinello. A slip. Greco. Can he seal it with a third? It's deflected and it's going to be a corner, Mark. That's another clearance. And the whistle's in the mouth of Regis Quefalek, and your champions for 2025 are Croydon FC. After 8 long years of wait, the crown is finally theirs, and it's going back to Bologna, Mark. It's bedlam there on the pitch. Your 2025 REA NPLSA champions. 6th time champions of SA here. And they're back on top, Croydon. The underdogs tonight, but they're going to be heroes for years.
Come on, wait up!
Is everyone ready to play? something most people don't realise about being a referee is how rewarding it actually is, and like the amount of friends and mates you make along the way. Like, it's just a really great community. I was really nervous. I just got a random call up and I went out to the ground, but it was really great. Like, I had great support my first game, and it was really good to just be surrounded by people who did support me. I love officiating football because it's really rewarding, and like, it's a great way to be still a part of the game even if you aren't playing. I think my "this is why I do it" moment was last year, this year actually. I made my debut as an A-League official, and just being in front of like a big crowd was really cool to have experience, and it clicked in that moment. I was like, yeah, this is 100% why I do it. I have a great support system like here at FSA behind me. I would 100% say to someone who was thinking of becoming a referee to absolutely just go for it. Like, it's not as scary as you think it might be. Like, it's really good.
I'm Adrian Pickles, with me Simon Jimenez, and it was a pretty hectic first half. We didn't get to go through the scores of the other games. And Simon, if we do get a breather at some stage early in the second half, we'll give you the opportunity to see if you can run through those scores for us.
I'll do my best to pick my moment there, but I kind of don't want one. I'm pretty happy with the pace of this one so far, and it seems to start second half just as the first one ended.
Long ball to Zakani. Goes all the way over his head. Controlled and cleared though from Delangas. And already this game, this half, as you say, has picked up where the first half left off. Thomas. Mavropanos cut that one off. Gone with Keswa, then Thomas.
Well, already I think Comets are just a little bit more settled. They seem to be going forward fast and furious, but just a little bit more composed, but they've spilled there.
Diving in, I think there might have been Mavropanos received the yellow. So this is game 4, 3 other games played. And Simon, I know you do definitely know the score of the first one Friday night. You were there.
I do, 3-2, and ended up being Croydon with the win after being 2 down. So a little bit of a come from behind drama for the home team, which was exciting.
And earlier today, high scoring game, Playford and Adelaide United. Playford 4-2, got the job done. Another high scoring game. And Campbelltown City took on Metro Stars, and Metro Stars 3-2 winners. So goals galore on Super Saturday, 5 games played. 2 games still to come. Adelaide City take on West Adelaide at 7 o'clock. And at 7:30, Big Red take on Sturt Lions.
Well, I think we should have just had kickoff in Adelaide City and West Adelaide, and if the other games are anything to go by, we'll probably have a gold update you on in about 5 minutes' time.
From either here or there. Got the good numbers back. Have the Comets. Yates and Clark, who's been in a battle with Chandler. Weaving his way through traffic, but going the wrong way, Matsumoto. Control and turn was pretty to watch from Carlton. Cut off by Clark.
Looks like Clark just advanced a little bit there. I was wondering if he'd maybe done a bit of a shift to be a little bit more in midfield, but he has slipped back. But it'll be interesting to just watch how that plays out.
Little ankle tap. And the linesman saw that, picked that one up. I don't think it was intentional. It's clipped Harry Thomas, who went down.
It was a little bit of a funny one because it was not entirely necessary because they were tracking back, but yeah, maybe just a little bit of a clumsy one is what I'd probably call that from young Clarkson Thomas.
Keswa, who certainly proved a handful in the first half down that far side. Put the handbrake on that. First time strike is in the side netting. Jake Porter on debut.
Again, that seemed to come from nowhere from Porter in that instance.
Yeah, you start a sentence that's got nothing to do with the play, you'll come unstuck every single time.
He was talking about Keswa on the other side before that, and I think he had a little bit of impact early on when they made a couple of quick breaks, but overall I think he probably want a little bit more involvement. I wonder how, as this game goes on, they utilise him.
He's in a battle and he's won it. The flick on Christ, a handball, not given. Streaming onward, almost got past him, Porter. Looked over his shoulder, looked in the rearview mirror. Jake Porter was flying. Clarkson Thomas rolled it to Yates. Ref happy to let them play. Welsh spreads it wide. Ibrahim is wider still.
Just going back to Jake Porter, he's in that lone striker position at the moment, so I wonder if the instructors at half-time have been to him just to be really, really aggressive, just ready to pounce as soon as, that long ball comes in. He's got so much talent and quality, Jake Porter. Absolutely be able to be a handful for Jared Clark.
The replacement for Lumbasso involved here. Glides his way forward. Not everyone was happy with the way that ended up.
Well, I think in that instance, we were just talking about Jake Porter maybe being given the instructions to be a little bit more forward, but in that instance, Irabona broke, and it seemed like maybe he was caught with the ball a little bit too long because he didn't have the initial option. Jake Porter was chasing furiously to try to provide that, but maybe that's why he's holding a bit of a higher position, just to present in scenarios like that.
Irabona's got himself into another wide position. Decided against it that time. Keswa.
They look like they are pushing that width now a little bit, Comets, as you said. Irabona on the far side and Keswa, although he has cut in, but someone's gone to cover that ground on the far left.
They have. Well, they're going to have to be in defensive mode momentarily, but they've turned it over in the middle of the park. Clarkson Thomas turns back on himself. Comes all the way back. Matsumoto. Then the Clark. And Vidmar. Son of Tony, if that's correct.
That's correct, yep. Uncle Aurelio over at Melbourne City still, and Sister Michaela. I'm not sure if she's still with Adelaide City, to be perfectly honest. She was last year. I'm not sure if she's moved on with Adelaide City going down to Women's State League after their relegation.
I'm not sure what the list of famous football names in South Australia is. They're definitely on it, and I don't know that they are too far from the top.
Yeah, I think that's a safe call. Imagine going to Cooper Stadium and seeing your surname on a stand. That says it all, doesn't it?
Blackwood trying to thread it through. Classon Thomas has one, stepped on it. Can either square it or strike it himself. Wants some assistance. Gets it. Dropped it over into the 18-yard box. I don't know that that's what Yates really wanted. Still alive here. First time strike. They get out of it alive, though.
Possibly a bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card there for Comets. I think Classon Thomas was maybe just in a bit of a rush to keep that ball in the end, which was probably what saved Delengas from conceding in that instance.
Now it's Birkalla who's owning a bit of the ball. Both these sides, Adelaide Comets and this time's Birkalla taking turns and having minutes of domination. John Mukwezwa. Porter. Lays it back to Thomas. John Mukwezwa. Have Lombardos queued it up. And I think that Harper's always had it covered.
That was a pretty pleasing little passage of play there from Comets. They were pretty comfortable with the way they held it. They sort of held up possession a little bit in that high area on the left and played it back. I can't fault the attempt from Harry Thomas having the crack from there, but I think ultimately probably didn't control it well enough on the first touch. If he managed to get that away quicker, maybe would have been a little bit more trouble for Harpers, but it wasn't in the end. Is this a change happening? Or looks like Vatnos is just wiping his mouth. I wonder if possibly a little bit of blood. Getting some encouragement from the crowd underneath us.
Yes, they're currently playing one short. The Comets. Classon Thomas has it at his feet. Then spreads it wide. Sakani. One through the middle. One on the outside. The save is fantastic. Delengas came and got it, made himself big. Whistle has gone. Went late for a second. Maybe they thought it wasn't going to. They've got one down with cramp in the box.
Did well in the end, Delengas there, because he had a little bit to concern himself with.
Yes.
Yates had the ball, and there was a little bit of someone went to ground in the middle, and now they're calling for a trainer. I think it's Chandler that needs a little bit of attention. He's holding his hamstring. He said cramp. Do you think it's cramp or?
I'm not going to doubt you that you wouldn't be doing that for a hamstring.
Yeah, he's getting the stretch. We saw a lot of that last night during that warm weather at Regency Park. So, referees just gesturing to get a little bit of treatment. So,
this round one game here at Ellis Park, brought to you by RAA. Chat to a local who backs you and your team. Better to be a member with RAA. Still separated by that one goal. It is 1-0 on the One World LED Sportal scoreboard. One World LED Sportal systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions.
Just watching Chandler come off. He's still holding his leg, I think perhaps, and not because he's limping off a little bit gingerly, but just stretching it out now.
If he doesn't continue, they're going to need to come up with another plan from the corner, because it was Chandler or bust as far as corners were concerned.
There's a few people assessing it at the moment, and I think they've just called one of the bench players back to get ready. So what will happen here?
Adrian Pickles and Simon Jimenez in the booth for you. There might be some pickle juice required.
You've used that one before, haven't you?
No, I haven't. I don't normally
Have
use
you been
it.
saving that one?
Yes. On debut, might take it out of the bag. Vadnos squares it to Carlton, who's going to get it back.
Just doing a quick score check from elsewhere because we are underway at Adelaide City Park, 12 minutes in and currently 0-0, so it might be the game that's gone the longest so far today without the opening goal.
Well, your phone might be flat because everything else has been kick-off goal. It was stolen from Classon Thomas, put into the path of Porter. But he jag his way into the 18-yard box, then lays it back. Gomwa couldn't finish it off.
It continues to be really interesting just watching how these two teams assert themselves. Birkalla, again, just pretty patient when they're distributing it among their back four, and once they pick out an opportunistic pass into the midfield, they seem to create something pretty quickly, and this man seems to be at the sort of tip of that point, Yates, when he gets involved.
They're happy to carry through the midfield and find options. Sometimes it's Clark. And Yates again, you can hear him barking instructions. Wants some movement around him.
See Comets preparing a sub. It looks like it's going to be Sebastian Good that comes on. And I think you're looking...
Ibrahim gets a second look at it. Rolls out.
I was just going to say, I think you're looking for the same thing I am, to see if Chandler's made his way back on, and can't see him there, so I think this will be the man coming on. No, he's definitely there not to... in the landing zone for this corner, so looks like he's still getting a little bit of treatment. I see some of the coaching staff, Comets, just looking back at the bench, and here he is, he's emerged.
And I was certain they'd try to get him back on for the corner. Come on with that leg heavily strapped. Well, I wouldn't think that's a cramp if you've got it strapped. I've never seen that before.
It's a bit of a strange one, I've got to say.
Curling ball, dangerous ball as well. They're going to get themselves another corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is on Chandler. Is it a little bit of compression, or...
It's giving him some grief. Now he's got it fixed up.
He's adjusting himself there, so it must be going pretty high up the leg. I wonder if there was maybe some existing niggles and, yeah, again, trying to get a little bit of compression on it. I'm not too sure. Meanwhile, Sebastian Good is still getting ready. We're in the number 9, so it looks like he'll come on for someone else.
Yates goes back post. Keeper's gone down. Got a hand on it, but the flag's gone up. It's been waved away.
It was a momentary celebration for West Torrens Birkalla, and now Stav Galekis, coach, is asking for an explanation from Dennis Palatage.
I didn't see what happened to Delangis, but he went down in the middle of the play.
Well, I heard push. That's the word being said below us, so...
He was on the deck. The ball was still bobbling around, pinballing in the 18-yard box. And he was helpless. Sort of scrambled to his feet, got a hand on one, but it was all too late. End result, it doesn't matter. Flag went up. Gomwa over his head.
Yeah, they could potentially shut things out if they were given the second West Torrens Birkalla, but very much still on. Just one goal the difference, so anything can still happen as Sebastian Good gets ready to come on. He'll have to wait for another stoppage.
He doesn't have to wait too long. So they got Chandler back out there for the corners. I'm certain of it. He's going to take up a striker's role. So they're going to have two up there. Good and also Porter. Porter's been paying the lone striker. Now it's Good who's taken up that role. Porter's dropped in behind him. Called into work straight away. Yates clears it. Irabona squares one to Porter. Not the first time we've seen him miss Q1 off the laces.
Yeah, I think he's doing some pretty frantic work there at times, so I think he's having to make his calculations and assess his options pretty quickly, so not surprised that he's seeing that little odd missed timed one. I think we've hit the 1 hour mark, if from what I can see of the scoreboard is correct. That pole hasn't moved since the first half.
There's a 5 this side.
Okay.
Meanwhile, action in the 18-yard box. The whistle's gone. Yates had just made his way past the defender. He said it only moments ago that he's been pivotal in the middle of the park. Strong body, hard to hold off.
Yeah, he's compact, but he's very sturdy. I think overall, in terms of what I'm looking at for both teams, I think Comets will be pleased with what they've shown so far. Again, everyone starts having the conversations, especially in the local media, around what they're going to do for the season to come. And I think, yeah, a lot of people making that commentary that Comets had a bit of a challenge with their young side. But I think overall how they've represented themselves tonight has been good so far. I think maybe not rewarded for the opportunities that they've had. So, and I think Birkalla, quite impressed with them too. I think they've even levelled up from what we saw last year. Very impressed with what I've seen so far from Class and Thomas.
Yep.
They've got Vidmar at the back end now, so that's going to shore things up defensively.
Juggling act finally from Zaganis, who launched it high and wide. Whistle's gone. Didn't know how long he was going to keep that going for.
Yeah, it's not usually in the front 18-yard box that you do a bit of a juggling exhibition, but that's what Sakani's pulled off there.
Yes. Like a training drill before the kick around.
I'm sure the Birkalla fans will be happy to see him back in the black and yellow. He've spent some time with both Eastern United and with Sturt Lions last year, and came back to Berks, and he'll be a much appreciated in, I'm sure.
And McQueswood did well to eventually control it and release it. But for the Comets, nothing is eventuated. Christopoulos all the way back in the 18-yard box. Hack out of there. Yates, first touch was good. Ibrahim can create. Jags inside. No way home. Back to Yates. Blackwood. Matsumoto threads one. Klassen, nice roll. Sliding with Yates, caught him. Down goes Irabona.
Getting aggressive from Yates. I don't think you're going to ever get away with that one from behind.
You could see it coming.
He's asking why, but I've got to say it's no surprise from where I'm standing.
Well, we know that we'll go home and watch the replay. Great coverage here from Football SA. Hope you're enjoying the YouTube coverage live right around the world.
Yeah, I think he came in, and even if it was intentional to get the ball the whole way there, he certainly didn't look like he minded if he collected Irabona on the way through.
Preston Thomas, heavy touch. Yamukezwa. Jumps past Ibrahim. Did well, Park. Irabona. Conor Paulus decides to go all the way back. Reset. Irabona goes wide. First time ball into the 18-yard box is dangerous.
Was covered enough by Hubs in the end. He didn't manage to claim it, but he gave enough of a punch that it cleared over out of the other side and out of danger. Now, it might be a good time to give you an update from Adelaide City Park. Last score check, 12 minutes in, there was nothing. We now have 2 goals on the board, and it's 1 each. So 1-1, 15th minute goal from West Adelaide, followed up 2 minutes later from Adelaide City. So the Adelaide derby kicking off with early goals and still deadlocked.
Faithful fans here have been treated to some outstanding football. Yates has been a big part of it. Great shift from him. And he's going to take a break. And Brodie Everett.
I believe that's his debut today as well, Everett. So welcome to the NPL for him.
If anyone would know.
You're giving me too much credit. Wait till you hear Alessio Carocci.
That's a Murdo right in front of us here in the Football SA commentary box. Clark. Birkalla happy just to chew up some more time.
This is more of a fashion than a football comment, but he's an appropriate replacement for Yates is Alex Tsakonis, isn't he? He's got a similar hairstyle going on. He's a number 16 rather than 6, and he's slipped into his position there. So keeping things consistent at
making sure everything lines up.
Yeah, that's it.
First touch for Everett. That's a Connors. Lifted nicely to Blackwood. It can turn. And feed to Everett. Decided not to. It's a Connors. Hurdles for Welsh. Then he got a one away. It's a Connors. Had no right to get that through.
Yeah, he sort of snuck in there. Ready to follow that one up, but I think he's had it covered in the end. If you asked me about 10 minutes into this game if we were going to see more than one goal, I would have said absolutely. But as the clock's ticking on, I'm surprised we haven't seen a second yet.
Well, I was going to ask you a time question, and now as good a time as any. With how long to go, do you think it starts to become an issue for the Comets that they start having to make some drastic changes, or maybe even subs, or the way that they set up or play?
Well, I think you might have summoned it because it looks like we've got it double
sweeping changes
right now. So, Spatavecchia coming on, and alongside him is Tuizel Candandaho. Apologies for stumbling over that. Number 16 is an interesting one. He debuted for West Adelaide back in 2019, and over the last couple of years he's played with West Adelaide, South Adelaide and Brunswick Juventus over in Victoria. So maybe he's going to be a goal difference here. And it looks like he's slid. No, I'm looking at the wrong player because I've got Chris, our lovely cameraman, in the way. We'll forgive him for that because he's got a very important job to do, bringing these pictures on FSA leagues. Yeah, just going back to that, I think he's slipped in at right wing, and Irabonna's just snuck in a little bit more centrally.
Thomas manhandled by Klassen Thomas. He's going to pick up a card because of it. They've given it away in the front half. Blackwood. They can spread it all the way across the back. Clark. That's Amudo. Drops it to Klassen Thomas, but cutting it off perfectly was Latinos. Certainly outman for height. Got some good air and knocked it out.
Just looking at a couple of these front players for Birkalla, I wonder if that height will start to be a little bit of a problem given Chandler's now on the bench.
Good, lays it off. Gomukezwa. Got players wide on the other side if you can get a long ball in. Has to get past Clark first. And he cut off just about everything that's come near him so far tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm impressed with how he's looking for Burks. As we said a little bit earlier, he was with FK Beergrad last year, and sort of towards the back end, he didn't seem to consistently be in the starting 11, but he's, in terms of how round one's looking so far for him at Burks, I think he'll be quite happy.
Well, you'd think he'd be in starting round two. Irabonna. It was all Birkalla in the penalty spot. They didn't clear it though. Carlton. Harper's decides not to release instantly. Then hits a tracer bullet. Out to Everett.
It was a nice one, wasn't it?
First time touch was elite. Ref waves it away, play on. Thomas. One side of the bench is not happy, the other's ecstatic. Jagging run here from Kanundaho. That's to sit under his own ball. Now beat two of them. Gets it back.
We said we needed a bit of a change from Comets to ignite something, and there's the sub. Starting to do some cooking on the right-hand side there. Now we're finally getting the weather.
Yes, it's
make the turn that it's been promising to.
Not the explosion we got at about 4 o'clock this morning. I'm not sure if you were involved in any of that.
I was involved in sleeping right through it.
There was an enormous crack of thunder and lightning that woke our house up. Squaring ball, missed the target, Classon Thomas. They haven't been able to clear it though, have the Comets. That's a Mudo. Welsh in the middle of Ellis Park. Don McQuestle was making a real nuisance of himself, doing just enough to stay out of trouble. Classon Thomas has to push past Vantanos, did that, then squared it and stuck it in the back of the net. It was Blackwood.
Well, those long balls forward for Birkalla have been continuing to accumulate. And that time they managed to get the right touch to it, and Blackwood was there to scoop it up. He had a decent angle on it, but put it in the back of the net, and finally we have our second goal. And at this late stage, 80 minutes in, you've got to say that West Torrens Birkalla will probably be carrying this lead through to full time.
Yeah, job wasn't done, as you say, after the control. It was a pretty tight angle. But Blackwood made no mistake, low into the right-hand corner.
I also mentioned a little bit earlier in the broadcast how Blackwood had sort of been in and out of the squad in the early parts of last season due to some niggles, but we're at the 80-minute mark now, or just past it rather, and he's still on at the moment, so it looks like he'll play a full 90, so that's a good sign for the start of 2026 for him, and from that finish there you can see how much quality he's got, so Birkalla will no doubt be hoping that they see plenty of him.
On the One World LED portal scoreboard, it is West Torrens Birkalla 2. The home side, Adelaide Comets 0.
Just to add to that, only 28 years of age, George Blackwood. I say only, even though you maybe consider him a veteran, but just given how much experience he has, you'd probably be forgiven for thinking that he was a couple of years older than that, I think.
Well, stuck his head where Angels Fear to Tread did Classon Thomas. Irabona was flying. And with the outside of the boot, rolled it. But there was all Comets back there. Now those numbers will flip right around. They've got some runners. Jag back inside. Did Everett. The squaring ball couldn't quite clear it. Second time got another bite of the cherry. The diving save from DeLingas. Got rid of it. Classon Thomas gives it, wants it back. Adelaide Comets 18-yard box is under siege at the moment.
Yeah, they're forced to do some desperate defending there. It seems like West Torrens Birkalla have got one now, and they're not content to leave it at that. DeLingas called in to make a crucial save there, and as I said, West Torrens Birkalla have an appetite for more.
That's a Mudo. It's been a good battle with Gonwa-Keswap.
Yeah, I think he's been impressive so far. It'll be interesting to see how 2026 shapes up for him. Next week, I can tell you that Comets will take on Campbelltown, which will be exciting because, as I said a little bit earlier as well, two of their very valuable players have gone across town to Campbelltown, so they'll see Jade Labasso and Daniel Horn in goals there, so that'll be one to watch next Saturday afternoon.
They all are. In a cracking opening round of the RAA National Premier League South Australia. Flag goes up. The ref says, don't worry about that. We'll let them play.
Sakani's protesting there, but he did seem he had an eye on the linesman as well, so maybe he was half expecting that. Maybe more hoping than expecting.
I'm really happy to say we're going to get another game done and dusted. Thomas, Irabona. Referee's happy for them to play. Park. Playing with some real urgency now, the Adelaide Comets. Time is not on their side. The trail by 2. Got to at least find one to give themselves a chance. Everett. Comes up with a corner for his side. Matsumoto's going to wander down to take this corner. We're going to see another change for Birkalla.
Looks like Christopoulos is going to come on. This is interesting that they're
determined to take off everyone with a man bun or a headband or the...
Yeah, I'm curious that they didn't wait for the corner to play out for this. So it looks like he's going to take it.
Specialist taker.
That'd be why. Matsumoto tracking back, so it looks like they don't want to risk too much at this stage, given they've got that 2-0 advantage.
It's almost like a baseball type play. the pinch corner taker. Christopoulos curls one right into a dangerous area too. Just too far. For Doisel Kandanondu. I've said his name 3 different ways already.
Your guess is as good as mine at this point, so we'll have to clear that up during the week.
I think I've officially spelled it wrong, so I'm taking all the blame. And rehearsing at home wrong didn't help.
Another goal at Adelaide City Park, by the way.
Sakani. Oh, they've got 3 now. Christopoulos comes on, makes an impact.
Well, it seemed they brought him in for that corner kick off the right-hand side to utilise his left there, but he's used his left in a very good way there to find the back of the net and make it 3. The super sub
has only touched the ball twice. His first was a corner kick. His second was a low driven strike into the bottom right-hand corner. West Torrens Birkalla now have put this one to bed.
Now it looks like Adelaide Comets have just made a change. It's gone with Keswa, who's come off, and Aladdin Irabona's now back on the near side, their left-hand side. And Birkalla will look to make another change here. Irabon is asking why. I don't think Birkalla would be disappointed that this is going to take up a little bit of time. Matsumoto's certainly not sprinting to the bench, and neither is Classen Thomas.
Classen Thomas.
Oh, we've got another two coming off. Blackwood's calling that a shift.
Smith and it's Conway into the arena. Instantly, Irabona gets aerial, gets his head on one. Everett fighting. Got a toe on it. Might get a second look. Doesn't. Sends one for Irabona to chase. And Matsumoto parked underneath it. Nodded it back.
Well, despite this scoreline, I think Comets could probably take a little bit more confidence than that would initially suggest, because, I mean, they've come under siege at certain times from West Torrens. Birkalla, I think, have just been really, really opportunistic, and they've presented opportunities of their own. But I think this will be a bit of a learning moment for them as well, because it's a tough test for round one of this competition.
Well, we're talking off air and said there is no form line. There's no form. There's a lot of unknowns, and you don't know what you're coming up against.
Well, I think one thing we can say in summary of this game, I think Birkalla has certainly levelled up from last year as well. These few names that they brought in, Clark, one of them, Sarkani, they've strengthened an already pretty strong side, but I think maybe the fact that they've got that extra year and an extra pre-season under their belt as well just helped their cohesiveness a little bit. They had an interesting run of form to start last year with 4 consecutive draws, and that's a lot of points to leave on the table. So, I think maybe then it's safe to say that it's just due to trying to find their feet.
Birkalla still going to the very last minute. I thought momentarily that Conway was just going to touch that pass.
Interesting that Conway came off the bench late today, because he was a regular fixture in the starting 11 last year. But again, going back to those players that they picked up, I think it sort of indicates that extra competition for the starting 11 that they've got now with those ins.
From White to Sakani. He jags back in. The outside runner squares it. Irabona didn't clear it far enough. Everett got past him, turned him inside out, corkscrewed another one.
The Burks bench below us, they were impressed with what they saw. Like Everett, you probably caught her on the microphone, a bit of a collective "oh."
We're impressed with the first Everett, doubled up. Hitting hope from Zakani. Linesman's not happy where that was taken from. He's going to make sure that it was taken from the exact spot. Matsumoto. in full control now, West Torrens Birkalla. In the middle of Ellis Park, Welsh. Wide to Everett. Too much petrol on it. Final whistle blows. And the visitors come, West Torrens Birkalla, and they have got the job done, and they have knocked off the Adelaide Comets 3-0 in a pretty impressive show.
Yeah, I think that for sure, really impressive. I think Adelaide Comets can take a little bit of encouragement from the bravery that their young side have shown, but West Torrens, what a start for them. Certainly shows they've got an impressive platform to build on for the rest of this season. Really impressed with George Blackwood getting that goal, his involvement throughout. Soitakani coming back is a really big in. Dylan Clarkson-Thomas is absolute class at the front there. Huge amount of confidence, seeing what he can do with the ball is really impressive. And Brian Yates, I think, was another one that was impressive for me in that anchor midfield role. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Birkalla can do. They've put their name on our radar.
And I think the other one for Birkalla who is going to offer plenty of highlights, Ibrahim.
Yep.
He looks as though he is going to be that X factor that every now and then is just going to bring something to the party that you weren't expecting.
Yeah, he was a little bit closer to us on the first half, so we sort of got to see how he worked in those wide positions. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to watch what they can do. Like I said, Comets can take a little bit of encouragement, but yeah, I think it'll be a lot about how these young players react to this week as well.
Well, from Ellis Park, hope you've enjoyed the coverage on RAA NL. Oh, hell me, the voice has gone. It's been a long day. RAA NPLSA, where it has been Birkalla the visitors 3, Adelaide Comets 0. Make sure you tune in next week for round 2. If it's anything